Hello everyone, and welcome to the Week 8 video review. Last week we focused a good bit on officiating catches and being patient and letting the play finish before we make our judgment. Here I wanted to show one more catch, no catch play because it illustrates a nice job of sideline officiating on a difficult pass play. You'll see that both the short and deep wings stop at the moment of judgment and pick up the feet first and then the ball. This is a nice job of patient sideline officiating, and what makes it better is that both officials come together and communicate their judgment. From the end zone view, you'll see that the short wing has a great look at both the feet and the ball, while the deep wing can only see the feet. In these types of plays, it's still important to communicate both verbally and non-verbally with a head nod or a head shake, and verbal words, either yes, 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 I have a catch, or no, no, no. Another point of note is that any time we are officiating down a line, at the very critical moment, we must stop, straddle the line, and be able to look directly down the line. Both sideline officials do a nice job of having eyes right over the top of the sideline to give them the best look down the line at the feet as they can possibly get. On these types of plays, don't shortchange our communication. Let's still get together and make sure we get the play right. Deep wings, be ready to help in whatever way you can, knowing that you can't see the ball, but you can communicate whether or not the feet of the receiver were first inbounds. Nice job of team officiating on this very difficult sideline play. Keeping on the theme of officiating critical lines, take a look at this goal line play, in which we have a pass where a receiver catches the ball very near the goal line. This is a difficult play because not only do we need to determine if the player made the catch, but we also need to determine if his forward progress was stopped in the end zone, in which case this play would be a touchdown. Remember that anytime we're officiating a goal line play, we cannot sacrifice our position on the line. If we need to give ourselves more space, it's okay to get to the goal line and then move backwards away from the field of play to give ourselves better vision down the line. By comparison, take a look at the mechanics used by our deep wing on this play. As the play nears the goal line, the deep wing does not sacrifice eyes being down the goal line, and instead backs away from the field of play to open up his vision and allow him to better see the big picture while not giving up his look down the line. When officiating these plays, remember our priorities. First priority is get to the line so we can see down it. The second priority is to give ourselves as good a look as possible, which may require us backing away from the field of play or pivoting down a line if we need to. And then finally, remember if we have any play near a sideline, we should always slow down and communicate with our partners prior to giving any signal. In this clip, we get a hold right at the point of attack as the running back cuts off the right end of the line. This is a good call for holding because we see that we have a player that is clearly and obviously restricted by a block. Additionally, the hold is right at the point of attack and allows the running back to gain several more yards. When we slow down and look at the end zone view, we see that it's all about the feet, and in this play, the defender is trying to break free from the block, but because he's so restricted by the offensive player, he ends up getting spun in a full circle. Nice work officiating the edge block on this play. Here we get an unusual play that we don't often see, so it's a nice job of staying with the key by the referee. From the sideline view, we see that a flag comes in for a holding in the backfield. We don't get a great look at it from the sideline, but from the end zone view you can see that when the offensive player falls down, he ends up clamping and circling his legs around the defender, and as a result, is called for a holding on this play. Clearly, this action by the offensive player creates a distinct disadvantage for the defender and allows the quarterback to break free and throw a pass for positive yardage. Remember, when it's unusual, slow down and process just a bit longer. Nice job getting this foul. And speaking of unusual, let's review Rule 9117, which says that a player whose helmet comes completely off during a down may not continue to participate beyond the immediate action in which he is engaged, whether or not the helmet is put back on. Remember, if it's the ball carrier's helmet who comes off, the play is dead. Any other player, we can sometimes talk them out of continued participation. But in this particular play, the player just has the player's instinct and goes for the loose ball fumble, even though his helmet has come off during the down. Nice job recognizing this and flagging the foul by this crew. Our last play is a good play for crew discussion in this week's pregame. Take a look at this scrimmage kick play, in which we get a foul for a block in the back during the return. Although the player of the receiving team does not initiate contact with a hand, forearm, arm, or shoulder, he does come in hot and heavy behind the kicking team player and initiates contact from outside his field of vision. This is a great clip to talk about coverage areas and how we handle change of possession mechanics. Remember that anytime we officiate a matchup and one player is in chase mode, it's often very difficult for that player that's in chase mode to commit a legal block without fouling. Again, this is a good clip for crew discussion, so talk about it this week and you make the call. That's all for this week's video review. Happy Halloween and go out and have a great week 9.